Hello everybody, this is a different video than you're really used to. Today we're going to be kind of going block by block in my physical media, sorting them out. Probably for this video, it'll probably be one or two of them. Probably do that for a few videos. So we're just going to be kind of sorting through these. I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for, how I'm trying to sort things out a little bit. And yeah, so we'll just get into it really. I'm just going to see what happens. To be honest with you, just kind of reorganizing my physical media. So we'll just see where it goes. So welcome. So I know that you guys can't see like underneath down here, but there's a lot of stuff going on up here, and I'm trying my hardest to kind of sort things out and get things kind of organized in some kind of cohesive manner, which is a lot harder than it seems. So I have a lot of movies stacked up in here like this, which is a big problem for me. I have just a lot of movies just stacked, and I want to be able to see the movies I have. Of course I want to be able to watch the movies that I own, or else I wouldn't own any of them. But I also need a place to actually store them. So first thing you do is that you got to figure out where do all these go? Do you sort by Blu-ray? Do you sort by DVD? Do you sort by genre? Do you sort by, what do you sort by? I usually do Blu-rays, and then over here, there's two sets of, there's a DVD for horror movies, DVDs for horror movies, and then back behind me, one block this way, is Criterion Collection films, like Arrow and Criterion. Down here is all superhero and like Star Wars, just kind of general Blu-ray. Star Wars superhero is in here, Blu-ray, and then DVDs. Television shows are over here. More DVDs and more DVDs for just comedies. Everything is basically all in these other few categories. But what I really want to do today maybe is sort them by kids movies in one section, and then everything else in these other two blocks. That's my goal. So kids movies, I mean like animated films, Pixar films, stuff like that. Movies I liked as a kid, and that's why I own them, things like that. So we're gonna try to see what happens with that, and yeah, we're gonna try to sort throughout some of that stuff. So hopefully that is enjoyable for you, and I'll try to get a fun little time lapse video of that as I try to get through some of the stuff and just get into it. So I am just going to be focusing probably on the DVDs for today. I'm going to make sure I'm in the camera. Hello. I am going to be focusing probably just on these DVDs here in this video specifically. And then we're going to try to get down here at some point soon. But just for this video, it's probably just going to be this one and then maybe this one below me down here. And yeah, so that's probably, we're just going to be focusing on this for today. And then we'll try to do another video where I go through this one and try to sort out all of the DVDs into their own section. Yeah, so it's mostly kids movies. That's what I'm looking for, is mostly just the kids movies, if I can get them to work out. But yes, so, back to the time lapse. So we're going to use the time lapse here to show you the bottom two. So I'm actually going to probably do at least these bottom two and sort them out from kids movies to not kids movies. And so that's probably what I'm going to be doing here. So watch the time lapse and you'll see the bottom two down here. Otherwise you'll be seeing my gorgeous face. So yeah, so watch these bottom two as I sort out, try to find kids movies and put them all in their own section. They were like that for a while. We're just gonna do the DVDs, and then maybe for another video we'll do these, and these, and try to sort them out by franchise, stuff like that. Yeah, so back to the time lapse. So this is the stack right now. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's pretty high. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Now that we are through these sections here, I'm gonna start putting some of these other DVDs away, just back into these sections for now, and especially this one here. I'm just gonna try to stick all of these in there, and then we'll sort through them at another point in another video. We'll sort through them. To make this maybe a little series we do here on the channel. But so I'm just gonna try to put these through here and see what happens. So the goal for this is really to just get them in here. I'm not trying to sort these out in any way. I'm just trying to fit as many of these into this section as possible, without like ruining anything. That's the goal, at least. Just because it can get really hard to sort these out all at once. So I do have a bunch over here still. Let me show you. Well, some just fell, but there's stack 1. And then I have another stack right here. Blu-rays a lot there. Some are not Blu-rays, some are just DVDs. And now we get to go in here and sort these out by basically the same thing. Basically by the ones you can't see, but you can see the time lapse. By kids movies again. That's all we're looking for, just the kids movies, so we can put them in their own section here, and hopefully have them out by their own. So that's the goal. And then I'm going to try to see as many of these as I can fit back into this as possible, and I don't know what we're going to do about it if we can't. So let's try. Sometimes I forget how many movies I have until it's far too late, and then now I just have so many movies, and I mean it's a good thing, I guess. I love movies a lot, and it's the one thing I've ever really loved, but except my now wife. I love her a lot. That is true. I love her more than movies. I have so many movies, and I just don't have a lot of space, so we're trying here to see how many movies I can fit into one section here without breaking everything, without ruining like the way that it looks, it feels, because I don't love the way this feels here. I don't know what to do about it, but I don't love the way this looks. Like, I want to be able to see the movies I have. I don't want to not be able to see them, and that's something that's really important to me, is being able to see the movies you have. So we'll just see what we can do here. And yeah, I always loved Jimmy Neutron as a kid. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and then the whole show too. I always loved it. So that's all the kids movies I have in these 3 sections here. I do have a bunch more over there, but that's a whole different ball game. I don't know how we're gonna handle that, but we'll get there one day soon. And yeah, so honestly, I don't know what to do about it, but we'll get there eventually. So for now, I'm just gonna try to fit these back into these sections to the greatest of my ability, at least. So this right now, my goal is not for looks, it is just to fit as many as I possibly can into these sections as possible. So we're making moves, doing it this way, stacking them this way, because I'm actually getting more from that were in these 2 sections than in there. So this is not sorted out in any specific order. I'm just literally just sticking them in there to stick them in there for now. Trying to get as many as I can in. I'm actually gonna probably switch the Blu-rays out for these, because the Blu-rays can probably fit better in this small little section here. I know these Criterions go back here, so we're good with these. Make sure these are all okay. So let's try this. Let's figure this out. Maybe I could fit these in, put them all the way back. Same with this. And then if I just fit these in here. So that's everything. That's what we did. All the kids' movies are here now. And then I probably will find more up in here. Kids-ish movies in here, especially in here. But we'll just see that as it goes. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. That's what we did. We sorted out a little bit, and we'll still sort out these and get them by boutique labels and all that stuff. So this is part 1, I guess, episode 1 of me sorting through some of my physical media, trying to find stuff that I need to move or whatever it might be. If you want to, it's at MediaByteCo on Instagram or TikTok, and at MediaByteCompany on Instagram. And check out the Patreon. It's ad-free podcasts and things like that. Listen to all the podcasts on the podcast network at MediaByteCompany, at MediaByte Podcast Network. MediaByte Podcast Network. It's all in your favorite podcast apps. It should be. If it's not, that's my fault, not yours. Let me know, and I'll make sure it gets on that app for you. Listen to Slash It, Diary of an Indie Filmmaker, and Exploring Cinema. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.